As we get older, we want to make sure that we are still in touch and growing and learning. One of the best ways that I have found to do this is be a mentor to somebody. Many times people ask, well, Thom, how do you even become a mentor? It's not like you walk around with a sign around your neck that says, hey, younger person, I'm here to mentor you. The way you do it is you just be open to meeting new people. Ask a lot of questions. Listen to what people have to say. Offer some advice. And it's interesting how often you'll find people who want to know what it is that you have to offer. Now, I don't know what it is, but I tend to attract people who are looking for advice in life and in their career, and I'm always willing to help other people. So I have two gentlemen in my life who 10 years ago, both of them separately asked me, would you be my mentor? And I remember how I answered each of them. I said, I don't even know what that means, but you're welcome to call me as often as you want. And they've never stopped calling. My wife refers to them as my fake sons. And I have watched them go from new college graduates and actually mature into very successful business people in two very different fields. And from time to time, they have an issue with their boss or a coworker or an issue in their personal life. And they call and just ask my advice. Now, it doesn't mean I tell them what to do. When you're mentoring somebody, you don't actually tell them what to do. You give them a perspective from your own life. Very often they'll call me back and say, Thom, how did you even know this was going to work out that way? And my answer is, I'm old. I've seen this movie before. If it hasn't happened to me, it's happened to somebody who I know. So I am a real big believer that we are better off when we have a mentor. Throughout my life, I had many people who helped me avoid the mistakes that they had made before or they had seen other people make before. And in serving as a mentor, I take a lot of satisfaction in being able to help somebody just talk through whatever it is they're going through. But here's the secret. When you mentor other people, you learn as much as they do. I learn as much from the people who I'm willing to serve and guide as they learn from me. And if you do it right, you actually build a friendship. One of the things I teach people when I'm speaking at conferences is cross-generational networking is the secret weapon to being able to have a long, sustainable career. Doesn't matter if you're 25 or if you're 65. If everybody who you hang out with is from your same generation, plus or minus 4 or 5 years of where you are, then you're living in a bubble. I think that if you're in your 20s or your 30s, you need to go out there and make friends with people in your business career and your personal life who are in their 50s and 60s because they have experienced life. They've seen things. And don't kid yourself. The world isn't as different as you think. Younger generations often think, nobody's ever experienced this before. But people are relatively the same as they've always been. The technologies we use have changed. But what motivates people, what people are after, things that make us mad, things that stroke our ego, things that we strive for, much of it is still the same as it's always been throughout the history of mankind. Now, if you're in your 50s or 60s, you want to go out and make friendships with people who are in their 20s and 30s. This might be through a mentoring relationship, and it might just be people at work who you take out to lunch and get to know. It might be someone in your neighborhood who you talk to. But when you have friends who are that much younger, they'll keep you fresh and clear on what's going on in the world. You can learn so much from them. And then, if you're in your 40s, you've got to do double work. You should be making friends with people who are younger and with people who are older. When we have people in our network who are different than us, we thrive. All the studies out there talk about how important diversity is for a company and an individual to be able to get the best ideas and the best concepts and really keep your point of view clear. But diversity isn't just about race and gender. Diversity of people who you surround yourself with should be country of origin. It should be political standing. It should be what they do for a career. It should be how they think. And it should be across generations. So if you're over 50 and you watch my videos, you know that I'm looking to make age 50 to 75 the best years of my life. So I talk to people of all ages. I love to hear from people who are in their 80s and 90s. And in a Starbucks just today, I sat down and chatted with a guy who was 23 years old. He's trying to figure out his career. We chatted. He was so excited. He said, I don't remember the last time I've met a stranger who's talked to me for a half hour. We've gotten away from that community conversations with people who aren't in our inner bubble. And I think at all ages, we need to go out of our way to make more friends, and we need to be conscious about doing that with people from other generations.